Throughout all these years of Dragon Ball, there have always been rumors about Bardock's possible return in Dragon Ball. For those who don't know, Bardock is the father of Raditz and Kakarado, our protagonist Goku, often considered a low-class Saiyan. However, years after all the fan theories from around the world, Bardock's actual involvement before the partial demise of the Saiyan warrior race is finally revealed. He discovered Frieza's plan after the invasion of the planet Cereal, when he encountered the Heater's gang and faced the strongest among them, Gas. There, Bardock truly showed how strong he was, leaving fans questioning for years why Vegeta, knowing about the Dragon Balls, didn't think about reviving the Saiyan race. Today, let's talk about that, and also about how Bardock will return in Dragon Ball Super, not just as a memory. Come with me for this video and welcome. Bardock, yes, him, folks, who recently had a significant role in the development of Goku and Vegeta, with one taking the burden upon himself. In Goku's case, accepting himself as a Saiyan after seeing what his father was really like, completing it with Vegeta's statement, "You must have inherited the kindness of your father, not just because he hit his head and lived on Earth, but his lineage through Bardock already partially makes him good." And the other, in Vegeta's case, shedding the burden of being a Saiyan, knowing he doesn't have to carry everything alone. Looking at it from a more critical perspective, Bardock played a crucial role in the Granola Survivor arc, not only bringing him to the side of the protagonists as shown, but also defeating Gas and giving them courage. All this with just a few pages of his incredible feat left behind through his Saiyan Scouter, showing the other side of this fierce race. So, in that beautiful scene where Goku remembers his farewell from planet Vegeta, it was a milestone for all of us. So, I wonder after this, since Goku remembered his family, could they be revived? The answer would be only with the Super Dragon Balls, just like Beerus, who won the tournament of Champa some time ago, wished for Universe 6 Earth, which Champa himself had destroyed, to return. After all, the role of the God of Destruction is to maintain balance in their respective universe, so technically it was a natural death for those involved, as gods of destruction and angels are deities in the Dragon Ball universe. So Shinron couldn't grant this wish even if it were requested by some of the characters. But what about Vegeta? He had no knowledge of this, so why, even after discovering about the Dragon Balls, didn't he revive his ancestors? The answer is somewhat obvious. Vegeta has always been alone, with his goals and his pride. Even though he takes pride in his race and seeks revenge against Frieza, he didn't care when he learned about the destruction of his planet, as he had always been trained that way. So he only desired revenge by his own hands until Goku appeared, and he gradually changed. But even after the change, he never even considered it, as we somewhat discovered in the Granola arc when he wanted to sacrifice himself for the sins of the Saiyans and carry the burden alone until Bardock appeared. So he really didn't want to revive his people because of the destruction they would continue to cause, and even if he intervened, many would rebel and possibly bring more trouble. So the only way for Bardock to return would be only through the Super Dragon Balls, or even a request to Whis or Beerus. Another possible way for Bardock to return would possibly be the prophecy of the Oracle Fish. Beerus, tired of waiting for this warrior, in a scenario where he saw that his time as God of Destruction was ending, or just out of boredom, could gather the Dragon Balls and make the wish, with two possible requests. That the dragon revive all existing Saiyans, or only those he ordered Frieza to destroy, if that's indeed the case here. So Bardock would be back in the world of the living, and possibly since he has knowledge about the Dragon Balls, he would expect it to be Moniito, the Namekian he met on the planet Cereal. Then everything would make sense, and he would surely join his wife Jine and search for his sons, Kakarado and Raditz, first looking for Goku, as they know his last whereabouts, and he would have no idea how much time has passed since his death. For those of you who don't follow the manga, let's leave here some information about Bardock that was released in the manga about where and how the unfolding of the story on the planet Cereal went. Then we'll come back after talking more about his epic return. Planet Cereal is the home planet of the Cerealians. It was conquered by the Frieza Force and the Saiyan army, who used the full moon to transform into great apes and annihilate almost the entire population and its cities. After this, the Heaters, who secretly made a deal with the Frieza Force as business partners to devastate Cereal, arrived on the planet and began to rebuild it. During the invasion of Cereal, the Saiyan army sent the Bardock team, composed of Bardock, Leek, and Taro. However, Flake destroyed Cereal's moon, causing the three Saiyans to revert to their base forms. Even so, the three were still more than enough to face the remaining survivors. Fortunately, Muesli and her son Granola were located by Bardock, who was reminded of his wife Jine and his newborn son Kakarado. This led Bardock to decide to spare them, which was normally out of character for the low-class Saiyan warrior. Sensing Monito, a Namekian clan living on Cereal who survived the genocide, he decided to leave the mother and son in his care. Unfortunately, Muesli was inadvertently killed by the Heater Elec, forcing Bardock to fight and defeat his brother Gas. Granola and the Cereal Dragon Balls couldn't heal Muesli's wounds, but they sheltered the now-orphaned Granola. To survive, Monito chose not to tell Granola about the Heater's involvement in his mother's death, allowing Granola to act as a bounty hunter for the Heaters. Bardock faced Gas in an intense battle. Despite his best efforts, Bardock initially couldn't defeat Gas. At a critical point in the battle, when Bardock was down, Gas grabbed the Saiyan warrior by the tail, pulling him forcefully and kicking Bardock hard enough to tear off his tail. However, Bardock managed to surpass his limits and eventually defeated Gas. But unfortunately, exhausted, he managed to escape after the arrival of Gas's brother, who informed about Frieza's plan. After that, he learned about the Dragon Balls and Monito offered him a wish for his sons Raditz and Kakarado to grow up well. The wish was fulfilled until the clash of the two brothers on planet Earth resulted in the death of both, and after growing up well, they died together. This only demonstrates that Bardock was the first to fight for someone, and this triggers his hidden Saiyan powers. His return right now in this arc would be grand, helping his son and the current prince of the Saiyan race to defeat Frieza, who once again surpasses everyone, showing who truly is the Emperor of the universe. As shown previously, in the world of Dragon Ball, you can go to Hell as a soul or remain with your body, and if somewhere, be it Hell or Cell, Bardock stayed training all this time and unleashed a truly terrifying power, far beyond the comprehension of Goku and Vegeta, or even Whis himself might have knowledge of him, saying it's time to reveal the #1 strongest in Universe 7, and finally he appears. This would be epic since Frieza is closer than ever to achieving something great in the world of Dragon Ball and bringing chaos to the universe with his monstrous power currently. Much is said about Gohan confronting him, but I think only the short time in the Beast Mode wouldn't be enough to stand up to 10 years of Frieza's training. So they would have to have an ace up their sleeve since Whis cannot directly intervene in mortal battles, which would result in his destruction, being erased like Miras, another angel who participates in the Galactic Patrol. Speaking of the Patrol, let's catch those who don't give the video a like and subscribe to the channel, huh? Let's ask Jocko to come pick up the Z Warriors who skipped this part. Jokes aside, thank you for watching so far, and let's continue with the video. Comment below if you have expectations for Bardock's return, or if you think it's been enough. Who knows, maybe an animation about him and more of the warrior race as well. Dreaming is never too much, right? Another possible return would be in a scenario where he escaped along with some other Saiyans and his wife, away from Frieza's eyes. And just like he already discovered how to hide his ki, he taught the other Saiyans, and they've been training secretly until today. If Frieza found another time chamber, why couldn't they have found one too? And trained there for a long time. Or maybe some higher being, a deity, helped him because they knew about the prophecy that would be revealed in the future to Beerus through the Oracle Fish, and this someone was training Bardock exactly for this fight. This scenario would be interesting because there are even conspiracy theories about former candidates for Gods of Destruction, who knows, or even a future test for them. But I really hope they bring Bardock back for the next saga, which could have many revelations about Frieza's new objectives and what he's seeking so much, which made Goku and Vegeta leave and say he had other plans. So let's wait and see, Thank you for watching, and until next time.